Okay, I got the following question from a student, and they were wondering how the slope, they obtained the slope of y equals a negative 3 halves. Now, I don't know if they obtained this slope from this question or a different question. I don't know if it switched problems, but I am going to help you through this process. But that was their specific question. So let's take a look at this problem. In this problem here, they ask us to use the given conditions to write an equation for the line in slope-intercept form, passing through the point given and perpendicular to the line whose equation is 6x minus 5y equals 9. So there's something that I want to point out first of all to you. They give you some really important information here. When they tell you that this point that's passing through this line, that this point passing through this line, that line is perpendicular to the line with this equation. Okay? So that perpendicular is very important to know, because if you recall from your reading that when two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equivalent. Their slopes are the same. But what is it that we know about the slope of these lines when we know that the lines are perpendicular to each other? Well, what we know about the slope of these lines, that one slope is the negative reciprocal of the other. Okay? So, for example, if we know one line's slope to be 1/4, and I know the second line is perpendicular to this line that has a slope of 1/4, then I know the slope of the other line is going to be a negative 4, because it's the negative reciprocal of the other. All right, so with that information being said, let me get rid of this. I'm having difficulty getting my eraser to work. There we go. All right, so with that being said, let's take a look at the information that was given here. So they want us to write our line in the slope-intercept form. So we have to, in order to write the equation of the line, know what our point is, at least one point, right? We need a point and we need a slope. These two things are required in order to write the equation of a line. Even if you're given 2 points, you would have to find the slope, right? Because we need a point and a slope, because we are going to use the point-slope formula, which again looks like this. Okay, so they gave us a point, and the point given was 4, negative 9. And they've given us information about the slope, but you just have to determine what it is. So what is our slope? Now that we know that now that we know that this line is perpendicular to the following line. Well, first of all, we need to know what is the slope of the line that they gave us. So what you need to do, the easiest thing to do, I should say, is to take the line that they've given, this 6x minus 5y equals 9, and put it in the slope-intercept form. Basically what that means is solve it for y. You're going to get y on one side by itself. So we have a negative 5y minus 6x plus 9, and then we're going to divide both sides of our equation by a negative 5. So this gives me a negative 6 over negative 5, so that's a positive 6/5 minus 9/5. So I'm guessing this student changed questions. The slope they had a question about was a previous question. But anyhow, so this is, I left my x out, this is the equation of the line that they gave us in slope-intercept form. And the reason we want it in that format is because slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, helps us to easily identify what the slope of the given line is. So we know, once we've done that the slope of the line that they gave us is 6/5. All right? Which is what we needed to know in order to determine the perpendicular slope, right? We needed to know this so we know what the slope is for the line that we're trying to write an equation for. And since we know that that line is perpendicular to the one given, we're going to flip our slope. So instead of 6/5, we'll have 5/6, and we'll make it the negative of that. So this will be a negative 5/6. Okay, so that is our slope for the new line. And now we just take our point values, and this is bad math writing in the middle of the equation like that. But anyway, we'll take our values. So our y here is a negative 9. So we'll have a y plus 9. My button's not working. Let's try that again. So we'll get y plus 9, right? Y minus a negative 9 gives us y plus 9 equals our slope, the perpendicular slope, of which is this line's slope is perpendicular to the line they gave us. So we determined that to be a negative 5/6 times x minus the x from the point, right? Which was 4. So once you have this format, you can solve this equation for y, and you will have put it in the slope-intercept form. But I think the thing that was really giving you guys pause was determining what is the slope of the line we're trying to write an equation for, and the key information here was the fact that it was perpendicular to the line given. So you needed to know that the slopes of perpendicular lines are the negative reciprocals of each other. So I hope this information helps you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. Thanks, and have a great evening.